I'm Jimmy, and I want to tell you about the dumbest thing I almost did last spring. I had been looking at exhausts for about 3 weeks. The stock pipe on my bike sounds like a sewing machine at anything under 4,000 revolutions per minute, and I was done with it. So I did what every writer does. I went down the rabbit hole. YouTube comparisons, forum threads, RevZilla pages. I had a browser tab open for a $389 LeoVince slip-on that I kept going back to. Italian brand, racing heritage, MotoGP history. The marketing is really good. I almost clicked buy. Then I did something I've been doing a lot since we started this channel. I started looking at who actually owns these companies and how the products actually get made. And what I found made me close that browser tab and spend the next 2 days building this video instead. Because here's the thing, the exhaust market has a structure I had never seen documented anywhere for motorcycle riders specifically. It is not hidden. It is sitting on the manufacturer's own website. They are counting on the fact that you will not look. And after what we uncovered in the tire videos and the gear video last month, if you have not watched those, go watch them first. Links are in the description. I should have expected this. The playbook is the same. The details are just different. Let me show you what I found. The company is called LeoVince. You have probably heard of it. Founded in Turin, Italy in 1954. Racing partnerships across MotoGP, Superbike, motocross. Premium Italian engineering is the whole positioning. The exhausts retail between $300 and $800 depending on what you are buying and what material you want. Stainless, carbon, titanium. The brand story is genuinely compelling and the heritage is genuinely real. I want to be clear about that before I tell you the part they leave out of the marketing. LeoVince also owns 2 other exhaust brands. They are called Sito and Sito Plus. Same factory, same town, Monticello d'Alba, Northern Italy, same corporate parent. Different name on the box, different price on the shelf. Sito Plus is explicitly marketed as a replacement exhaust that looks like the original factory fitment but is redesigned internally for better performance. It retails between $60 and $120. LeoVince's own website lists Sito, Sito Plus, and a third brand called SilverTail under a page titled Our Brands. 1 factory. 3 labels. The price difference between a Sito Plus and a premium LeoVince titanium system can be 4 to 1 or higher depending on the model. I want to sit with that for a second, because when I was staring at that $389 LeoVince tab, I was not thinking about the $89 Sito Plus that shares a return address with it. I was thinking about MotoGP. That is exactly what the marketing wants you to think about. Now here's the part I personally find most interesting about this, and it is the part that separates it from just being a big company has multiple brands story that applies to everything. In the tire video I showed you how Pirelli owns Metzeler, and how riders think they are choosing between Italian and German engineering when they are buying from the same parent. In the gear video I showed you how Le Mans Corporation owns Icon and Thor, while also running the distribution network that delivers them to your dealer. The exhaust market has a version of the same pattern, but with one extra twist. The Sito Plus is not just a cheaper product from the same company. It is specifically designed to look like your factory exhaust. It is the replacement part disguised as the original part made by the same company that sells you the premium upgrade. So LeoVince captures you twice. They capture the rider who wants the $89 replacement that looks stock. And they capture the rider who wants the $389 premium that sounds like a race bike. Same address on the shipping label. That is the specific documented example. But the broader picture of the mid-tier exhaust market is what I want to spend some time on, because the LeoVince structure is actually the honest version of something that is much less transparent across the rest of the market. Here's the question I started asking after I found the LeoVince brands page. Which exhaust companies are actually manufacturers, and which ones are primarily marketing operations? A manufacturer is a company that designs, engineers, and physically builds the product. A marketing operation is a company that has a brand name, a heritage story, and a price point, but sources the actual product from a factory that also supplies other brand names at other price points. In the motorcycle exhaust market, both types of company exist, and they often look identical on a dealer shelf. The way you tell them apart is the same question I mentioned in the intro. Go to the brand's website and look for where the product is made. Specifically, not designed in Italy or engineered to European standards. Where is the factory? What is the address? Who works there? I spent an afternoon doing this for about 20 exhaust brands after I found the LeoVince page. The results were not surprising by the time I was done with them, because I'd already gone through this process twice in the last 8 weeks, for tires and for gear, but they were clarifying. The brands that answered the question clearly and specifically were the ones I already suspected were the real thing. Akrapovic says Slovenia, 2 facilities, in-house titanium foundry, 1,400 employees. Yoshimura says Chino, California and Japan, hand-welded. FMF says Rancho Dominguez, California. Everything under one roof. Scorpion says Derbyshire, England. 58 employees. Vertically integrated. The brands that had compelling heritage stories but vague manufacturing information were the ones I would want to look much more carefully at before spending $300 to $500 with them. Now let me be direct about something, because people in the comments on the tire video pushed back on what they felt was a broad accusation, and they were partially right. Not every brand that uses contract manufacturing is doing something dishonest. Contract manufacturing is a normal business practice across almost every industry. The issue is not that a brand uses a factory. The issue is when the price you are charged reflects a brand story that has nothing to do with the manufacturing reality. When you are paying for the MotoGP Association and the Italian heritage story, and the actual product is coming from a factory that also makes the budget version under a different name at a quarter of the price, that gap between the story and the reality is what this channel exists to close. I want to talk about the brands that I think genuinely justify what they charge. Because if I only ever told you what to be suspicious of and never told you what to trust, I would be doing the same thing the brands do, selling you a story without giving you the information to act on it. Igor Akrapovic started building exhausts in a 450 square meter workshop in Slovenia in 1990. He was a motorcycle racer who could not afford the good exhausts and did not want to ride the bad ones. So he built his own. The company now has an in-house titanium foundry, a metallurgical laboratory, and 1,400 employees, over 100 world championship titles. When you buy an Akrapovic, the titanium in that can was processed in their own facility, and the welds were done by their own people. The price reflects genuine investment in genuine manufacturing infrastructure. That is not the same as paying a premium for a product from the same factory as the budget version. Pops Yoshimura started tuning motorcycles for American servicemen stationed in Japan in 1954. He moved to Los Angeles in 1971 at the age of 50, already one of the most respected engine tuners in the world, and built an American racing legacy. His company still hand-welds exhaust systems. When Yoshimura says hand-built, they mean a person's hands made contact with a pipe. That philosophy has a cost, and the product reflects it. FMF has been in Rancho Dominguez, California since 1973. Don Emler started building custom pipes for local motocross racers out of his garage. His own words about the company: "We make everything out of metal, and we manufacture everything in the United States. The Emler family still runs it." That kind of continuity and accountability is almost impossible to fake, and it shows in the product's reputation across 50 years of the same writers coming back for replacement pipes. These 3 companies cost more than the mid-tier alternatives. They should. The investment is real. What I personally think every writer should do before spending money in this market is ask the same question I asked about each of these brands before deciding they were worth recommending. Not what does the marketing say, not which race series does the brand sponsor. Where does the product actually come from? That question will tell you more about what you are buying than any spec sheet or YouTube comparison. Here is what the comments in the last few videos told me about what you are actually dealing with when you go to buy an exhaust. Several of you mentioned in the tire video thread that you have experienced the dealer recommending whatever is in stock rather than whatever is best value. The exhaust market has the same dynamic with one additional layer. The dealer often does not know or does not think about the manufacturing structure behind the brands they are selling. They know the LeoVince sits on one shelf and the Sito Plus sits on a different shelf, and they are two different products. They do not necessarily know they are two different labels from the same company at the same address in northern Italy. That information gap is not the dealer's fault. It is the natural result of a market that has organized itself around brand stories rather than manufacturing transparency. And it is the gap this channel tries to close, one product category at a time. The Ranger is still running on its original exhaust, for what it is worth. Some things do not need upgrading. Links to everything covered in this video are in the description, sorted by what you are actually getting for the money. Genuine independent manufacturers at the top, solid value alternatives below that. Check them before you call your dealer, because the dealer's first suggestion is usually whatever earns them the most margin on the shelf that week. Drop a comment telling us what exhaust you are running, what you paid for it, and whether you knew where it was actually made before you watched this. That information is what drives the next investigation on this channel. We read every single reply.